asked the milkman to fill the tub with milk. The milkman said, "You want that milk pasteurized?" And the blonde replied, "No, just up to my boobs. I can splash it in my eye."
Alright, I'm trying to be all casual, but I'm at an awkward angle because I ain't feel like setting this shit up all the way. Cause I'm lightweight pissed right now, but like and subscribe. And I know y'all like, why are you pissed? Because I had recorded like the whole audio, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be doing video from now on, so I fucked it. Anyway, y'all see me looking away. I'm watching something else right now while I'm doing this. Let me pause it, cause I'll be getting, I'll be having too many things going on at once. But anyway, I'm probably gonna talk about this Dandadan chapter. Okaruna got, you know, spoilers, but Okaruna got, stabbed up or at least sliced up, and it's looking bad for my man's. Not really, because I'm one of the people that really don't think he got stabbed in the chest, in the heart, or nothing like that. But like it got him like the clavicle, maybe a lung, which is still fucked up. But it's like, you got to give us some suspense. And this nigga been suspending us for a minute. It's like, all right, bro, you got us in suspended animation. We waiting for this confession, and it's like, he like, nah, we gonna slow walk this a little bit. He like, y'all not even gonna know where I'm going with it next. I might go here, I might go there. I'm like, nigga, just get to it. Chop, chop, nigga. I want to see them be together already. Because people call this shit a shonen. I'm like, bruh, people done said it's a romance disguise, or a shonen disguised as a romance or something like that. I'm like, nigga, it is a romance disguised as a shonen. It's more so what I would call it. Because it's like, people, I think a lot of people care at this point a lot more about the romance and the shonen aspect. Not that the fights and the action and shit is bad, but it's just, nigga, just like, we care about this relationship and this, the way they interact with each other. Because even though Momo got amnesia now, they still interact basically the same way they did before. He's the only one she feels that comfortable with to interact with him like that. And it's like, okay, that was my main gripe over the amnesia shit when it first started. But I'm like, they seem to have the same type of rapport, so that's fine. But yeah, people was like, Okaroon go die. I'm just like, to be honest, the only character that I really see dying at this point, Seiko is an out there like pick for me that she might die. But it's like the only character I really could see dying at this point is Turbo Granny. That's like part of the main crew kinda, but not really. Turbo Granny. Anybody else feel that? People like, oh, she gonna die and give her powers back to Okaroon. I'm like, I don't see. See, I'm one of the people that's like, I don't think Okaroon needs her powers. I think Okaroon has proven that as long as he has something going on, he can handle himself a little bit. Even though he got stabbed against this mummy guy. I think his name is Driss. Uh, that's the name they gave him so far. That's what the Serpo been calling him. He was holding his own. He just got caught lacking because the mummy, like, it's a mummy type thing, so it was able to reattach the arm with its bandages. So it's like, okay, that's unexpected. So you can't really fault him for that. And for some reason on Reddit, I saw somebody comment that people giving Momo a tough time. I'm like, let me tell y'all this. Momo ain't got powers right now. So she can't do shit. So y'all need to chill out. If y'all really going after her like that for being useless. And she ain't really been, yeah, she kind of been useless, but it's like, we understand. Momo was scared when they first met the Serpo. She was thrown off. Like, she could be scared, bro, especially now. Like, that's the reason Okaroon trying to protect her so hard. He's like, hey, bitch, run. Go get Gigi and we'll meet back up here. Cause I gotta hold them off. But the Cur lady came in, she whooping ass. Okroon over there, he whatever happened on Monday, he dealing with something. People are like, oh yeah, nigga, their blood coming out already. I'm just like, when you look at the stab or the slash where it happened, there's particles coming out. I'm like, that looks like concrete or dirt to me. That doesn't look like blood, nigga. It could be blood, but it was like, nigga, nah. That could be a lot of things. He definitely got hit, but it's like that could be his clothes. That could be particles from his clothes that we just seen. It's supposed to look like that, nigga. This nigga Tatsu is a king troll. He's gonna troll you. He's gonna suspend you in animation for a minute, and then he gonna come and like bring it home. We still ain't seen Daiki and Zuma. I'm just gonna stop holding out hope for that, I guess, for a minute. And this not this chapter, but I was watching Dandadan, like I was watching the show, and I was watching the fight with Okaron and Evil Eye, and I was like, that nigga the dude who they fought, like him and Kenta fought. I'm just like, Hase, I think his name was. I'm like, nigga, you kind of lame because his only ability was he could jump real high. His little yokai powers was that he could jump real high, and I'm like, nigga, that's a basic ass. But I'm like, Okaroon can run fast and jump high and travel through like wires and shit, nigga, like phone lines. Nigga, all you can do is jump high. Fuck out of here, nigga. You lame. That nigga gave you that lame ass power for a reason, and Nenra was on some bullshit. And I like how the Serpo at this point have basically been not cannon fodder all the way, because if three of them get together and they get that awesome zone going, it's still a problem. Even though Okaroon has proven that, hey, I know how to deal with it better now. Like, it's still a problem, but if they can't do that, nigga, they kinda out there ass out. And it's like, bruh, them niggas was like a problem at the beginning of the series. And now these niggas is like Okaroon can kinda handle them by himself. If it was just them, I don't think that if he didn't have to deal with this mummy nigga, I don't think Okaroon would really be struggling like that right now. Because that thing they do, that awesome zone, seems to be most effective when people have like yokai powers to disrupt or something like that. I don't know. I don't know the theory, so I don't know. But that's just what I took away from it. I'm probably not gonna release this right away. I'm gonna add this on after Monday. You see what happens, so y'all can just cook me up and see if y'all was right or wrong. If I was or if I was right or wrong. I really ain't came up with no theory. Like, the only theory I got is, like I said, Turbo Granny is the only one out the group that I could see dying. Like, even though she's not in the group, she's basically in the group, and that's it. I don't know who gonna say. I don't know if something did happen to Okaron. I don't know who's gonna save them. Maybe Momo gets her powers back. Like, people like, oh, Saint Germain gonna come in, or Okaron gonna fall off the place he at and fall into hell. I'm like, bruh, don't don't do no bullshit. That's a very outside, like 0.5% chance of happening. I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm saying that it's very unlikely to happen. We just had these niggas split up for a minute. They got back together, and now she don't remember him. We already got enough going on. You feel me? He don't need to go to hell, and she don't have to go and save him from hell. People are like, we gonna fall into the void, and that's gonna be hell. I'm like, nigga, shut the hell up. How about that? That's the only hell you can see. But then somebody came up with the theory yeah, Saint Germain's gonna have to come and save him, or they're gonna get back out of empty space, and he's still gonna be hurt, and Saint Germain is gonna offer to help him, but only if he gives up and shit like that. I'm like, that's too early. That's way too early. We don't need to rush through that yet. We can rush through the amnesia. We don't have to rush through that part yet. Let's see where we're going with that part, and let's slow walk that. But the amnesia, yeah, you can rush through that. I don't care. But even now, I'm like, nigga, the amnesia plot, nigga, we already know Momo fuck with Okaroon still. So it's like, that's the only part I was worried about. And it's like, nigga, that's all coming up Millhouse right now. So, bye. I guess I'll post this on Monday when I get done with the other part of this. Alright, so I promised it, and here it is. Should have did this probably like Tuesday. but get off my sack. Spoilers ahead. Dandadan chapter, would it be 217? But yeah, I was a couple chapters ahead the last time I spoke. I don't know why I said there was so many more chapters than there was. That was my bad. But it's like 217, 218. Uh, yeah, this one was it was a nice needed like breather for a lot of people who thought Okaroon was finna die. Which I'm not gonna say even critical thinking people. I think you're just a overthinking, anxious person if you thought Okaron was really finna die, which I can't blame you for. Because a lot of manga just kill off a main character and then it's like, what the fuck we do now? And yes, I'm one of those niggas who think Okaron and Momo share 50-50 that main character slot. I don't think it's a 70-30. I don't think it's a 60-40. I think it's straight down the middle main character. And people are like, oh, Tatsu originally intended for Momo to be the main character. I'm like, shut the hell up. It ain't about what he originally intended. It's about what we're reading now. Just because you know what the author's intention was does not mean he can't change his intention as he goes along. You feel me? He's saying how he originally thought of it. He's not saying, oh, this is still how it is. Momo's still 1A and Okaron is 1B. Don't get it twisted. But it's definitely a dual main character situation. But anyway, so Okaron got slashed by the mummy. We all knew that. We all knew he was gonna have a slash in his uniform and shit like that and be bleeding a little bit. They showed a little bit of blood, which it was like, okay, he might be a little bit more hurt. He's letting on right now. I don't think he's like stabbed in the heart or the lung or nothing like that. Because the mummy couldn't get a solid like stab on him. It looked like the mummy got, let's call him Mr. Driss from now on instead of calling him the mummy. Mr. Driss got a little bit of a slash more so than it looked like. It looked like he was going across. And then Momo jumps on Okaroon to save him. That'll shut up some of them people who was like, Momo looks scared. I'm just like, Momo's still gonna be who she is. She might not have any powers, but she at least gonna try to help Okaroon. She might die doing it, but she gonna try to help the nigga. And she did because he was able to use his little glow stick, uh, his ogre club to almost to perfection, damn near, because Momo was channeling her his her ki through his body or his ki. She was awakening his ki or something like that. It was some weird shit happening. Basically, she was touching him and his sword got bigger. And yes, it's supposed to be a metaphor. Everybody already done pointed it out. I'm sick of the dick jokes in the subreddit, man. Chill out. I'm coming here for some wholesome shit, not for some dick jokes. Like, it's funny and all that, but after the fifth one, you're like, all right, bro, chill the fuck out. Not because I'm like, oh, bro, I'm a prude. I don't want to know about no dick jokes. No, it's like, all right, y'all done made the same joke 12 times, my nigga. If you go in the comments and see somebody already done made the joke, then you gotta read, you gotta scroll a little bit. Come on now, bitch, get it together. But anyway, but yeah, so they were fighting Mr. Driss. Then Mr. Driss is able to control like the light around. Like they couldn't see him, but he could see them, or he could see them. He was using echolocation to which I guess is still a form of sight. I don't. Echolocation is like it's sound, but it's also like he could. It's not like he couldn't see them. He just has bad eyesight. Like, you feel me? Because people be thinking bats can't see. Bats can see. They just can't see that well. It's different. So he's using echolocation to pinpoint their spot. And so Momo and Okaroon figure out that's what was going on. That's how he was able to still see them in the dark, and they couldn't see him. At first Momo thought it was the ogre club because it was lighting up, and she was like, it's like a beacon for him. That's how he could see us. And then they turned it off. He could still see them once again. But Momo was a big help because Okaroon was the one that figured out he was using echolocation, which shows Okaroon is like smart as shit. But when it come to battle sense, Momo, like, she got that shit covered. She was like, all right, if we can figure out how to take the wrapping off him, his body will be exposed to the air, and then he'll decompose. Because they just got done. She was listening when Okaroon was talking to her about mummies, and she was also at the museum. She was learning about it herself. So it was a nice thing that I'm glad that had like some bearing on the chapter. Because if we had to come back to that 5 chapters later, I wouldn't have remembered that shit. But it was immediate. It was like, we need this information right now. I keep on seeing this dude on YouTube be like, "Oh, we don't know where Miko and Kay are." I'm just like, nigga, I'm pretty sure they just got blinked out of like back to regular. Like they was gone by the time the Serpo ran up on them. I get what he's saying, but it's like, nigga, I'm pretty sure they just gone by now. That's happened before, where people have been in they've been in a regular, on the regular world. Then them two, or the other part of the what do the people call them, Dandadums? They get blinked like to empty space, and everybody else is still in regular space. So, and by regular space, I mean like the regular world, not like actual space. Y'all know what I mean. But anyway, I just want to see what happens this chapter. Is the Cur lady getting like? Is she getting her shit rocked by the Serpo? She getting her shit clapped? Not in a bad way. She getting her shit rocked though. She getting rinsed by the Serpos, or is she She looked like she was handling her own, from what I saw like in the chapter before the last one. And so it looked like this fight about to wrap up pretty soon. So I'm checking my charge on my thing that I'm using to record this. That's the reason I keep on looking that way. The reason I'm looking down is because I don't like looking straight into the camera, as y'all know. But I think in the upcoming chapters, I don't think nothing big is gonna happen. I feel like we're gonna get a little bit of slice of life. Momo and Okaroon probably start working at the bakery, and life goes on until it's time for the major confrontation. Because I think everybody thinks this next confrontation is gonna be the end of Dandadan, but I'm like, I don't know. And if it is, if Saint Germain's the main antagonist, I feel like they could think they defeated him, and then he disappears for like a lot of chapters. Then he comes back, because I don't think he's gonna be able to get Okaroon to agree to anything just yet. Because it's like it seemed like Okaroon and Momo, as concerned as we are about them not having any powers, we forget Okaroon has still been training. Let me not say we. Some people forget that Okaroon has been training in the background. So it's like he could probably handle himself a little bit. And it got you can bear witness to that this chapter. He was handling his own. Even like before he got stabbed, the chapter before, he was handling his shit. It just like it didn't go his way. Sometimes you lose a fight. It was nice to see that growth. And then when the chapter came back, he was like, "Why didn't you run? I told you to go get Gigi." She was like, "I'm not gonna leave you by yourself." I was like, "Oh," because they was hugging each other and shit. That's basically how his ogre club gets activated. And I called it a sword because it's basically a long sword. Uh, it's basically a long sword, and it seemed like they defeated Mr. Driss. So it seems like we're gonna go back to the Serpos, and we might click back into the regular world soon. And I know Momo and Okaron were holding on to like the traffic things, like the things they got on the highway and shit, like the little white things in the middle. The reflective things in the middle. You know what I'm talking about? The things they tell you not to drive your motorcycle on. That's what they was on. Kinda, it looked like that. But it was a nice chapter. By the way, there's some people that's like, "Oh nah, we stuck in Oklahoma gonna get stuck in hell, and Momo gonna have to save him." I was like, "Bruh, I don't think that's gonna happen because I think Tatsu knows we want these two together at this point. If they both fall into the void, nigga, we want to see both of them together. We don't want them to be split up anymore." And I think he probably like, "Yeah, niggas gonna get too antsy if I do this." I'm paraphrasing, of course. He probably didn't say nigga. Maybe he did. I don't know how Tatsu give it up in his personal life. Neither do y'all. So don't judge me. That's what I be saying about a lot of celebrities and a lot of people who got a fan base. I'm like, y'all don't know what they get up to in their personal life. Y'all don't know them niggas like that. Like, I don't know them either. They could be what you say they are, but they also could be a piece of shit. I'm just saying. Uh, but anyway, I can't really rate the chapters. I'm not good at that. I think I rate them on the scale of, like, decent, bad even. If the chapter's bad, I'll say it. Decent, but most of them have been decent to great. I think this one was like good, a little bit better than good, but it showed Momo's character trait of wanting to save everybody, especially wanting to protect Okaroon. And it showed Okaroon's trait of, like, trying to protect Momo with everything he got, even if he ain't really got the best toolkit right now. It did crack me up how Momo couldn't use the Ogre Club, because I was like, I thought she would be able to. As soon as he handed it to her, I was like, oh yeah, she finna fuck it up, like, in a good way. But I was like, oh, she finna fuck shit up. And then it didn't work. I was like, damn. Then we got the explanation. It was like, Okaroon might be a better wielder of it, but she's good at dragging his key out. You feel me? Like I said, good chapter. Waiting for the next one. Yeah.
Shit, that's my way. Do it like that and I'll repay you. Don't be scared, I ain't afraid. Just like that. Come my way. That's my shit.